I am curious about the present situation that exists within the community of Ripple and XRP owners. To each and every one of you, a pleasant morning to you. Greetings on Monday, and I am grateful that you have returned. Today is April 24th, the 24th of April. It will soon be the end of the month very soon. Because of how quickly time is passing, the year is flying by. We won't even have time to wait before May shows up on the scene. For professional reasons, I travel to the Dominican Republic. When you least expect it, summer will have arrived, schools will be out of session, and this Ripple poetry will come to a satisfying finish. All of these things will happen very quickly. Regarding the SEC case, I am looking forward to the themes that will be explored in this movie. I am looking forward to it greatly. In his own right, Gary Gensler is responsible for the most heinous type of dishonesty, which is also referred to as the most rosy thing that has ever existed. The SEC has just recently disclosed to the general public that they have a comprehensive strategy for Bitcoin. You have all gained a deeper comprehension at this point. Within the confines of this movie, everything will be brought together. In addition to that, we will talk about XRP when it reached its greatest point ever reached in recorded history. In spite of the fact that there was a substantial discussion on Twitter the day before, you should not be alarmed since Ripple Van Winkle has returned. When communicating with them, take cautious not to give them false information or to instill fear in them. Additionally, David Schwartz joined me, expressed his agreement with me, and fought back against the erroneous information that was being spread. It is important for people to be informed that there are a significant number of accounts that are potentially adverse and dangerous. I am going to look into them, so what are your thoughts on it specifically? Okay, without further ado, let's get started. As of right now, the price of Bitcoin is $27,575. It has dropped by 6% in the 24 hours that have passed since the hypothesis was first introduced. The cost is $1,854 in United States currency. There has been a 1.61% gain brought about by it during the course of the last 24 hours. At the moment, the exchange rate for XRP is approximately 46 cents on average. Over the course of the last hour, it has demonstrated some indications of improvement. Nonetheless, it has been falling for about 24 hours. I was in the midst of getting ready for bed when I was in the late hours of last night. The hour was somewhere between 10:30 and 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The time was somewhere in the middle. Please allow me to apologize, but XRP had a very nice little surge. One of the most important things to accomplish is to keep a close eye on the amount that is displayed on that. This is an increase of about 3%. The loudness unexpectedly increased, which was a surprise to everyone. The observation that the number is starting to rise is a sign that is extremely, extremely important to take note of. Bitcoin is currently holding a market share of 44.88%, and it is currently projected that the total value of all cryptocurrencies that are currently available on the market has reached $1.17 trillion. Please allow me to share with you some information regarding an event that is going to take place this week that is going to be absolutely fantastic. When it comes to the presentation of my YouTube program, I am going to go through a huge metamorphosis. Absolutely fantastic. When it comes to this topic, I won't go into too much depth. When it comes to the specifics of what is going to take place and how it will manifest itself, on the other hand, I believe that it is perfect in every way. It is my firm belief that you will take pleasure in it. I will be removing this layout and replacing it with a new one. I will begin the process immediately. I have no doubt that you will take pleasure in it. For the time being, all that is required of you is to keep your ears open, and I anticipate that I will have it operating by the end of the week at the very latest. It is currently being worked on by eGrad Crypto specifically for me at this precise moment right now. What would you like to hear the most on a Monday morning? What would you prefer to hear? Oh my goodness. The value of XRP is going to go down. Contrary to the claims made by a few individuals, the chart that is presented below proves that XRP is capable of facing a significant drop. Due to the fact that I am going to disclose this information to you all, I do not wish to engage in a conflict with anybody. On the other hand, the numbers were misrepresented by everyone. Upon closer inspection, it is clear that this chart is flipped upside down. XRP is currently trading at a price that falls somewhere between $16 and $20, according to the 1.6185 Fibonacci line, which can be found to the right. The next step is going to be here during the entirety of the weekend, as you are aware. The image I get is that I engage in conversation with other individuals on Twitter. That absurd notion of market capitalization is being discussed. To put it another way, if you want to make use of market cap because that is what you are accustomed to doing and what LiveCoin Watch and CoinMarketCap recommend you do, then you should go ahead and make use of it. With that being said, there is one thing that I would like you to be aware of before we move on to discussing market cap. On the market, the value of $20 worth of XRP is equivalent to only $1 trillion. It is expected that the value of this region will be greater than 10 trillion euros. On the other hand, I would like to bring to your attention the fact that when the Nasdaq starts to gain control, they included cryptos on the list, and now they will have their very own reading and rating system to use. What are your thoughts on the possibility that the Nasdaq may suggest to their clients that they go to CoinMarketCap and watch live coin streaming? They are going to make their own measurements of these cryptocurrencies by using a number that has nothing to do with market capitalization. Instead, they are going to make their own assessment of these cryptocurrencies. As a result of the fact that market capitalization is unimportant when we are talking about a cryptocurrency, this is taking place. You should seek up what a market cap is on Google and discover what it represents, because it is not for a cryptocurrency. There is no cryptocurrency involved. For the purpose of determining how to rate a corporation, this is being looked into. The concept of companies and cryptocurrencies are not believed to be synonymous with one another. Exactly the opposite of that at all. The entity in question is a business. The initial coin offering XRP is a type of digital currency. You are not of the opinion that a market capitalization score will be assigned to the United States dollar. Are you mistaken? Under no circumstances at all. These are things that don't come to the attention of the general public. It is not going to be at all possible for you to view it. This is not going to be the norm from this point forward, especially when the NASDAQ is introduced, which we were promised will take place in the second quarter of this year. The NASDAQ cannot issue a question along the lines of, hey guys, do you want to know, since it is not possible, come check out the live coin, bear an eye on the total market capitalization of a certain coin. Certainly, this is not going to be what you end up seeing at all. Cryptography is what we need in order to finish this now. The inverted chart is a pattern that is moving downward, and the 1.618 Fibonacci line moves from $16 to $20. This pattern is known as the inverted chart. Not even you have the power to stop it from happening for real. As a result of that, we invited this jerk over here last night in an effort to provoke a fight with me. Getting smacked around and being put in his place is something that occurs to him on a daily basis. He is a victim of this. He was reprimanded for his behavior. For his part, he claims that the tweet that he withdrew was the very first one he had ever posted, and it was worth $3. Let us assume that he was wrong in order to put an end to the situation. Indeed, that is precisely what he does. FUD is the method that he employs. The atmosphere is tense for everyone. There are 7 people who, when viewing the account, have sentiments of an excessive amount of terror and anxiety. The thought that goes through their heads is, oh my God, he tried to spread false information about Ripple and XRP's all-time high. It has a price tag of $3.84. Everyone should be successful, I hope, taking into consideration the fact that I just wanted to let you know that the price of XRP reached its all-time high at just 2,080 cents. In spite of the fact that it displayed 3,084 cents, it was not accompanied by dollars from the United States of America. Another currency combination that was utilized was the Korean won. Within the borders of the United States of America, it is not possible to purchase XRP valued 2,084 cents. That is the point at which the story comes to a close. I even took a picture of it because he wiped everything David Schwartz claimed. Look, I even took a picture of it since he deleted everything due to the fact that the rates of Korean exchange were incorporated into the calculation. The amount 3,084 cents does not provide an accurate portrayal. The official exchange rate, which you are unable to access, would result in you receiving $3.84 for 1 XRP. However, you are unable to obtain this rate. There is no way to complete this transaction. It is for this reason that the issue arises as to what this particular guy is doing to himself once more. It would be beneficial for you to provide him permission to demonstrate the pricing of items by utilizing the coin market cap. Taking this into consideration, it is evident that the highest point ever reached in United States dollars was not $3.84, but this is yet another system that has certain problems. In light of the fact that Wheezy made this statement, the events that took place with Catherine Cooley come to mind. When you were with Catherine, do you remember her? She was working for Ripple, and she left Binance Us in order to get a job with Ripple. She was employed by Ripple. The departure of Brian Brooks occurred without much of a delay after he had joined in.